Well, here we go. Should I say when we start the time, or shall I just count down? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go!
All right.
All right, so I'm speedrunning Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom. This is collectathon / platformer. You're supposed to collect 100 golden spatulas. You only need 75, then you unlock the final boss. This is any percent, so that's all we're gonna do.
And this is Smiley. Smiley is very good at the game, apparently, according to speedrun.com. And I'm Nandii. I used to run the other SpongeBob game 10 years ago, and now I'm on the commentary because I apparently know a lot about this game.
Well,
we're gonna find
speaking.
out. We're gonna find out if that is actually true in the next hour.
So this is a first trick. And here we're going to disable the out of bounds detection. This is the out of bounds detection. The hand grabs us when we go out of bounds. But since we entered a loading zone during this grabbing animation, he is now in a perpetual state of thinking he is grabbing me. So he can't grab me anymore.
Yeah, and this is gonna drag out through all the levels, including loading zones. So until we are out of bounds for too long, Hans detects us again, and then we lose it, but we can just use this for the entire run.
Yeah, so this, for example, this spatula is technically out of bounds, but we can now grab it.
And now that we grabbed it, we can warp to the location of that spatula. So it's a little up warp so that we're further into the level.
But this is a precise jump. Let's see how this goes. You know, this saves like 10 seconds, so this is totally worth it, right?
Yeah, it's totally worth it. Nice.
Oh,
Good
there
job.
we go.
We're still not done yet, because there's still one coming.
There we go.
So this was hammer skip. So what we do is we set up the enemy and stand on top of him. When we take damage, we get a little boost up. And with a frame perfect trick that we have to look for, because SpongeBob has 6 different hit animations, and every hit animation has a different frame perfect timing for the jump.
Yep, and this game is 60 frames per second, just so you know.
And we're gonna see a lot more very precise tricks coming up, because the speedrun of this game has evolved so much, and it's such an intense run. So it's a blast to see this open up a marathon, because you're in for a treat. So now we're gonna die in the cutscene transition to skip it, and now we're gonna set up for a dilemma skip.
The damage boost.
We're gonna go for a bash while we get hit, and we keep our momentum so that we can go over the goo and just grab the spatula. It's not water. We're in the water.
Oh, yeah.
It's not water.
Now I'm avoiding talking to Mr. Krabs here to set up a trick for later. Mr. Krabs wants you to pay shiny objects to get you golden spatulas. And he only has 8 spatulas, but by using some trickery, we're actually going to be able to buy 10 of his spatulas.
So now we're heading into level 2, and the reason we're going from on top of the taxi post is because we skip a little bit of the cutscene of just being like, "Ta-da! You have access to the level," and it takes like a couple seconds.
3 years running. Thank you.
Without this little part, we're just gonna get all the buttons. It's a little bit of downtime in between in downtown.
Something funny where we used to actually go up to hit these tikis like this, and what I'm doing now is actually more casual than that, and somehow it's faster, but it took us a while to figure out a way to actually make it fast.
Sometimes pushing a simple button is satisfying. Push, 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 push.
Maybe we can grab the next spatula. And Right now, we don't really have a lot of power-ups, so we just have to do it with the basic movement that we have, which is ground pounding, bashing, hitting, and from there we can also just make use of the frame perfect tricks like we did earlier in hammer skip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The game is open world, so you can pretty much choose in whichever order you do everything. But there are 3 main sections, which we call early, mid, and late, which give us more power-ups later. Anyways, here's another fun trick. This is sponge ball displacement storage.
Roller it.
And by transforming into the sponge ball... There.
Nice.
We can... so the platform where I transformed goes up, and then when I exit the sponge ball, that displaces me, and then by jumping, that gives me a ton of speed.
What's up?
You can also take this through level transition, so you can do the same. You can do the same thing, and when you go to the main hub.
I'm going to do such a trick right now. We call this
Exactly.
vertical momentum storage. Watch out for the things. Oh, there we go.
So we take out the controller to buffer it properly, right?
Yes. So the taking out the controller pauses the game first frame after you load a level, so I can use that to more easily hit the jump because you have to jump first frame.
Cool. I know my info still.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact: in movie, you can buffer everything. Movie supreme. Everything that is bufferable in movie is frame perfect in this game, so that makes this game a lot more difficult to get into, but it's more popular because of it, and of it being shorter. So we're now just doing some nice basic movement with Sandy.
Yeah, this game has 3 playable characters. You have Spongebob, Sandy, and Patrick. But that was about as much as you are going to see from Sandy, because Spongebob is quite broken.
We mostly use Spongebob, especially in the late game, what we'll get to later. But we mostly use Spongebob and Patrick now. We're gonna use Patrick later to set up a really niche trick, what is really fun for the audience later. I can recommend to put the volume as high as possible.
Oh yes, totally. That's for the full experience.
Number 1 in the Bikini Bottom scavenger hunt. Here's
That we're soon done in. At that moment, we're soon done in downtown.
Yeah, we're also collecting a lot of shiny objects to pay Mr. Krabs for his spatula. The greedy bastard.
Yeah, you should pay us instead.
Alright, we're doing another vertical momentum storage here. Oh.
We are taking this one to the main HUD because we're gonna skip through the triggers of the HUD so we can go to later stages in the game.
Yeah, so now we're skipping to mid-game, which you're not supposed to be able to do. So we're basically skipping... You're supposed to do a boss fight to unlock this area. But we're skipping that by jumping high up in the air.
There's the sneaky little sock on the way there. Now we are gonna do a trick where I completely forgot to name
Rollback,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, rollback, thank you. We're gonna roll up next to an invincible wall so we can skip to the late section of the HUD, so we can take the spatula above the Krabby Patty, and from there we're gonna go into SpongeBob's Dream. What is, I think, one of my favorite sections of this game, next to Sand Mountain. Or not Sand Mountain, Gulagoon.
Casually, this is also a very fun level.
So there are a lot of niche tricks that you're gonna see real quick. We're first gonna...
Well, I'm only gonna do one trick now, the rest later.
Okay, wrong route.
It's alright. There we go. There you do jump off the ledge on the bottom of the box because of the momentum pushes you into there.
So we now went into Squidward's dream so that we have a save point for later we can warp to. That's one of the reasons why we are playing on the Xbox as well, because the loads of the Xbox are just really good. GameCube takes a lot of time to load everything. Now we're gonna beat up everyone in the Krusty Krab. And now it doesn't really matter where you warp to, because the moment that you warp, you end up at Mr. Krabs. But if you talk while the spatula goes in, you can ask for... you can also pay off the debt for one of the extra spatulas, so you basically get two at the same time.
So there I bought a spatula from Mr. Krabs in the third hub world, which you're not supposed to be able to do now. And that allows me to... Oh. That allows me to reset Mr. Krabs by talking to him in hub 1. Which makes him initialize his spatula. So now I will be able to buy his first spatula again in mid-game. Anyway, so I said that I was gonna skip this boss fight to go to hub 2, but unfortunately we still have to do this. Not to unlock the second hub world, but to get a power-up.
Yeah, so we're gonna get the bubble ball in a bit. And that is 50% of what we need to completely break this game. But just with just
the
that
bubble
power
ball itself already breaks this game quite hard.
Yeah. Especially I've seen the task.
Oh yeah. Oh, in tasking you can use the bubble ball to do anything you can imagine.
Yes.
Insane.
The task for this game is done on GameCube, and it's extremely fast and insane to watch. I can highly recommend watching the task of this game. So now we're at Sandy, and Sandy is just a simple boss fight. We just have to wait for the attacks to come out.
Look at this, though. You can surf the clothesline. It's amazing.
I actually didn't know this. Learn something new every day. It shows a lot because I technically do not run this game. I can talk about how cool Movie is instead, but...
We can jump on floating heads. This boss fight is riveting.
Does that mean that this might be a good time to plug some donation incentives?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
actually yes.
All right, sounds good. Because for the next game, Golden Sun, we have a bunch of donation incentives that you can be donating to. We have a €75 donation incentive for defeating the Kraken in Golden Sun, which is about halfway through the run. So that needs to definitely be met before then. But before the start of the run, we also have some naming incentives. There's a total of 4 characters that you can name. You can name Isaac, Garrett, Ivan, and Mia. And there is a character limit of 5 characters for the name. So keep that in mind when you're donating to that. Currently, only Isaac has any naming donation incentives. So there's €20 for him to be named Jump, and all the other 3 are still up for grabs. So be sure to grab those donation incentives. All your lovely donations will be going to our charity, which is Mind, a nationwide organization that is committed to preventing mental health issues. They provide to support individuals and families facing mental health challenges. So it will all go to a great cause. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Now we're slowly ending up on the Sandy fight. Can we just talk about how good the commentary is of the fish, Mr. Fish?
Yeah. Ooh,
Nice. Spying, the old clothesline move. So, you might be thinking, because this game got a remake quite a while ago, the Battle for Bikini Bottom rehydrated. A very good game still compared to this one. Both are extremely good casually. But the speedrun of that game is completely different, because there are just a lot of skips that just only work in this game and compared to the other ones and vice versa. But with that, the boss fight is done.
Hey,
Now we have unlocked the bubble ball. We're going to use Goo Lagoon.
Ah, Goo Lagoon. I love Goo Lagoon. Gonna see a couple very interesting tricks coming up. There's a little damage boost over there, and from the bridge we're gonna walk out of bounds, save a little bit of time, and skip some cutscene triggers because there's actually like an enemy introduction here.
There you go. That's
nice.
the bubble ball. And as you can see, the bubble ball gives you a little bit of speed. This is going to be relevant.
This is going to be relevant in the next episode. So from here we're gonna. Are you gonna go for the?
Yeah, I need
Yeah.
the sock. Oh,
Yeah,
there we go.
Nice, first try. That's another frame perfect trick. And from here we're gonna set up for a sponge glide. Most scariest trick ever. And there we go.
Oh,
look
there we
at my
go.
man fly.
This is the nightmare fuel you're watching for.
And from here we're gonna do another damage boost. But first we're gonna kill this enemy. And that enemy is actually a trigger for finishing one of the other spatulas. So when we come back to Larry, we will just get the spatula for this mission. Is this actually faster than just sponge gliding as well?
Because we need Patrick here.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, we used to do another sponge glide, but we're gonna use Patrick in this level.
So we're gonna.
Why not switch
Yeah.
to him already?
So we're getting all the bumper boats, and from there we are slowly gonna go to a trick that is really fun.
This is one of the most important tricks in this speed.
It's the most important and the most annoying. I'll try to explain it first. So this is called SBA.
very important to
Yeah.
turn up your volume.
Yeah,
again.
turn up your volume as high as possible. Because we're gonna set up a trick called SBA, or ski ball abuse, and we're gonna generate a lot of shiny objects right now.
Yeah, we need to pay Mr. Krabs. It takes a lot.
So what we're gonna do is we're bringing these tikis, and we're gonna lock those tikis into the ski ball. And the moment that we set up a bubble ball over there, it's gonna get stuck, and it's gonna generate, we hope, a shiny object each frame. So I'm gonna let Smiley set this up real quick, because it's kind of precise.
Okay, that was very good actually.
Nice. And now the second one we can just throw on top of it. And now we're gonna switch to
It needs to be in a very precise spot. I'm actually surprised I got that quickly.
So now we're gonna set it up, grab a ledge, and then we can just throw and have fun.
There we go. I hope you turned up the volume.
This is gonna go on for at least a minute.
Now, because we're trying to duplicate all of Mr. Krabs' spatulas to get more from him, there's actually also an upper bound to how many shinies I can get, so I need to be quick here.
So we're gonna go for 2 spatulas while we are, well, this is going on. Shift 30s in chat. Oh, my ears.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So now we're gonna get this spatula, and from there we are going to underneath the mold. I think it's called underneath the mold, and there's the last spatula that we're gonna get. And from there we death warp. Oh god.
Please.
Ooh.
No,
Nah.
okay. It's a bit much, but that's
Oh.
fine. This is salvageable.
Nice.
There we go. Now I need to think.
Yeah, what's the plan now?
I think there's a clam I can buy to get rid of some shinies. Yeah. I think I'm fine.
Should be good.
I haven't practiced this, but I think I'm fine.
So with that jump, you can just like a small jump that we can do to get into the trigger. Same I do here. You die while you start a cutscene, so you skip the cutscene. And now we're gonna. I don't know if you're gonna do it already. Yeah, we're gonna go backwards through Goo Lagoon because if we take this warp, we end up immediately at a spatula, and if we do another one, we end up at another one as well.
Yeah, the sponge glide lets you basically do the level backwards, which is really easy because each area ends with a spatula, so you just grab the spatula, warp to it, and then go to the previous area. It's quite broken.
That's how we do Goo Lagoon backwards.
All right, here we're going to do mode early. This is just a precise ball.
Nice.
Not sure if that worked. Oh,
Yeah,
did.
it works.
Okay.
Nice. So we're just hitting a trigger with our boat, with our ball. The trigger is invincible, right?
It's invisible, yeah.
But the collision is still there, so we can just hit it. Congratulations!
So this spatula is for killing the robot.
Normally we have to like go through all the towers and stuff to connect them, and then we shoot it off, and then you get it. But we are speedrunners. We do everything faster and broken. Now we're in Sandy's dome. It's a little enemy rush, I guess.
You've just met the Spongeonator.
So some enemies need 2 hits and some need 1. And if you would hit an enemy into... Ooh, nice!
Let's go!
Nice. If you would hit an enemy into another one, then you can do more damage. And from there we store the load zone of the door. Bubble.
So that bubble.
Nice, okay.
Nice.
That sets up the crab's duplication thing. Ah, okay.
Yeah, I'll leave that up to you. We have an inside joke here about whiteboards, and you started about one, so I'm getting a bit.
Yeah, I said if I'm gonna explain the crab's duplication properly, I need 10 minutes and a whiteboard.
You have no idea what you got yourself into by mentioning a whiteboard.
Yo.
Nice. So now we're in rock bottom, and we're gonna do this backwards as well. God damn it. They gave me a whiteboard. But I need a pen.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.
Time for 2 consecutive 1 frames. Here we go. Can only go correctly.
So for this 1 frame, you have to hit a specific spike because some spikes are gonna send you downwards. I'm gonna let Smiley focus for this one. A little bit off, a little bit late.
There we go.
Nice.
Now hopefully, so there's another 1 frame I can do here. But here I only get 1 shot, so let's see.
Yeah, the reason we have to keep reloading is because you're trying to set up a cycle so that you can right after go for the next 1 frame. So let's see how that goes.
Yo!
That one is sick!
Let's go!
That's awesome! So now we're going into Patrick's dream. Lovely. There's nothing.
That was Patrick's dream. Thank you for the spatula.
It's so funny. There's just nothing. So now we're going into Sands Mountain.
Here I need to buy a clam.
Sand Mount.
Sand. So Sand Mountain is a pretty interesting level when it comes to the speedrun because there are like, quite a couple things that we're gonna do. And one of them is just jumping on top of a bubble bowl to buy a clam to set up the duplication for the spatulas from Mr. Krabs. Because you need to be around a specific shiny count.
So that's
All right.
So I have the whiteboard. I just don't have a pen.
Oh, there it is.
So this is the notes for the speedrun. It says Pollo.
So that's quality.
Thanks for explaining.
So that's quality.
This commentary was brought to you by Rayman3 any percent no major glitches whiteboard explanation.mp4.
Quality craftsmanship, that is.
I see Tech looking at me. I know exactly what is gonna happen right after this run, and I don't like it.
Alright, so this is the second major boss to unlock the third hub world, which we already entered. But we also do this boss to unlock another ability.
So we're now at Robot Patrick, and Robot Patrick is in the first phase. There's not really a lot happening. He's gonna spin around a lot, and we can technically manipulate where he is gonna land after spinning to make this fight a little bit faster. But overall, this first phase is generally just not a lot. So
Yeah, if you want to talk about donations, this is a good time again.
Excellent, because we do have 3 donations lined up right here. We have €3 from Fearful, saying Golden Sun is such a classic. Happy to have Plexa running it at BSG. Good luck, Plexa. And that one went to naming Ivan in Golden Sun. Leo K. Named after our lovely friend Leo Caven. And then we also have €23 from Ugyu, saying, hello friends, love this game, insane speed strats, hope everyone has fun at BSJ 23. Insert a fishy pun here. 23 exclamation mark.
Almost.
It's the new 30, honestly. And that went €20 to defeat the Kraken and €3 to save Snotty in the Pizza Tower run tomorrow. And then last we also have €10 from Mitchell. No comments, but it went towards defeating the Kraken in Golden Sun. So thank you all very, very much.
they gave me a bigger whiteboard.
Oh no.
Oh, I have a pen. Oh. I have a pen as well now. Okay,
So you can actually use the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
okay, tell me. We needed a whiteboard.
Oh man.
So we have this crab-looking fella. And this crab-looking fella, he likes having spatulas. What we do is, because this game has 3 different hub worlds, is when we buy one in the 3rd hub world, what is technically actually not possible, and not triggering him in the 1st, means that we can actually duplicate one of the spatulas. And because we later set up one with bubble, we set up a
text storage
with
so,
bubble.
So you hit Bubble Buddy and then talk to him on the same frame, and that makes the text delayed. So then if you walk to Mr. Krabs and talk to him, then the text pops up and it interrupts the dialogue with Mr. Krabs.
And because we set it up SBA, and we have so many shiny objects, we can just make use of the fact that we duplicated everything. I am here
Yeah, we have
against my
everything
will.
we need except for my attention to explain this.
I am here against my will. Let's end this in old-fashioned way for those who like BSG. Yes, I drew a turtle. There we go. Here's the whiteboard explanation of the day. Any questions? Wait. Damn it. Oh, no, not again. Now it's completely off. Oh. I am here against my will. Thank God. Thank God Patrick is almost over, because then we can actually explain one of the coolest things in this game.
Oh yeah, so this unlocks the cruise missile, this fight. Oh, what?
Oh, almost. Ah, you can hit it from there. Perfect. So now that we defeated Robot Patrick, we unlocked the cruise bubble, and now we can do some really fun stuff. Because we're gonna cruise boost through the entire game now.
Yeah, so the bubble ball, as mentioned earlier, gives you some speed. And with the cruise missile, if you input them on the same frame, it interrupts this and you keep the speed. So here we go. This is a cruise boost. Now I'm basically going at twice the speed.
So what we do is we basically press the bubble ball and the cruise bubble at the same frame, and because of that we store speed. And if we do that twice, we just get to a point where we can't even walk backwards, because when we stand still, we just kept pushing forward, and we can use that because when we go into transitions as well, or just dialogue, we can just slide through the dialogue. And with this, we can do so many things with this. So the next like about 20 minutes of this run are just gonna be a treat.
All right. The up and coming is mini boss. This is the prawn. It's like an evil villain.
And who is surprised that we're gonna skip it?
The developers left a debug trigger that skips the fight, but it's out of bounds. There we go.
So now we're going out of bounds and just go straight into the debug trigger to start the defeat cutscene, and it just leaves the spatula there. So now we're gonna store yet another loading transition into the spatula.
Ah. If you hit the cruise missile on the first frame, that skips this animation.
We're gonna end to round up Merman Lair. Just cruise boosting all over the place. Oh, gonna need that button for a later spatula.
Yeah, there's a spatula. You just need to press 4 buttons. All right, let's see if I can get a ball boost here.
Nice.
Let's go!
And now we're gonna clip into this cage as well after we hit the button. A really precise trick. There we go.
I cannot believe I got that.
Doing amazing, man. Holy moly. This run has been a treat so far. Means I don't have to mention this thing anymore.
So the way that worked is if you get between the tikis, the game pushes you out, and if you fall on that frame, you capture this speed. This is going to be relevant very soon.
And what we just did is we cruise boosted for grabbing the spatula, and as we mentioned earlier, your standstill momentum is going to be 4, so we can just slide into the other spatula, so we can grab one. We grab 2 in one animation.
All right, so if you thought this was fast, just you wait.
We're going really fast now. I have no idea how to explain this. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Oh shit, that's the wrong word.
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to set up a specific cruise boost, but it's not going to make us twice as fast. It's going to make us even faster.
Like 7 times as fast. If I do it correctly. Of course, this is another, frame perfect trick.
And for every cruise boost we set up, we stack the audio of it, so it's gonna get a bit loud, maybe. Depending on how many times we are trying. Yeah. Very, very difficult trick.
That's the speed I want to capture. Just
Yeah, we accidentally cancelled out the cruise boost by bubble bowling.
there we go. More cruise boost sounds.
Always fun to practice this game.
Ah, yes.
Ah. You don't even hear the music anymore.
Eventually, I'll get this for sure.
You will get it. You have plenty of time. We love ourselves some frame perfect tricks in our speedruns.
There we go. Finally.
So now we're
there
going
we go.
extremely fast.
Ah,
And we are going to use this to clip completely out of the slide.
So this level is a very large slide, but it's in a U shape, so we can use this speed to just cut straight to the end, which is very fast if you know, don't use a minute. Here we go.
It's okay. Everyone's gonna bash up and clip.
Ah, messed this up, but that's fine.
So we're going so fast at this point where you can just clip through solid objects. Don't worry, the sound is gone in a bit.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Ah, okay.
You're gonna hear this in your sleep tonight.
It's over.
It's over. Oh. It's quiet. And then people start clapping. I thought it was quiet. Now we're going into another slide. To Guppy Ground.
I've gone.
Now we're gonna set up another one. But this one is a bit easier to set up.
Yo!
There we go.
There
It's still
we go.
difficult, but it's
I would say it's about the same difficulty. I'm actually surprised I got that.
nice.
What? Okay, I'm
Oh.
missing the sock, but that's fine.
Ah, that's okay. There are many of backup socks.
I need to remember it. That's the difficult
help you.
part.
Yeah, I'll help you remind you. I'll help you remind you missed the sock. You can have mine if you want.
No thanks. Where do I go? All right.
Yeah. So now that we have more spatulas from the slides, I think we're soon done in that mountain.
Yeah. So now it's important that I have less than 3,000 shiny objects here, such that I can again kind of reset Mr. Krabs, which has to do with the things that we very well explained on the whiteboard.
We totally did.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Here we go.
So now it's too warm for this. So now we are in Kelp Forest, and Kelp Forest is probably the level that I have the least knowledge of.
Yo, here we go. This is another one. Okay, here we go.
Now we set it up one of those extremely fast cruise boosts again to
Okay.
swoosh through the level. Do we still have the iconic line in Kelp Forest?
Kind
this
of,
route?
not really, but I can
Sad.
force it.
If you want to force it.
Yeah, why not?
Very, very important dialogue coming up. So we're gonna skip this slide completely by just starting the timer and then just jumping around it back into the boxes. Because we triggered the box from one side, what means we can just use it from the other, from the end. I mean, we triggered it from the end, so we can just use the start.
Yeah, this is another level that we can just do backwards, which is very broken. So we'll be done here very soon.
Nice.
Favorite line coming up.
Yeah, ready for very iconic lines. Yay! Hey, kid. When it was still relevant 5 years ago.
Yeah, so since then we moved on to playing from the hard drive, and now the loads are fast enough that you can skip it. Bit silly.
Every time when we talk about loads in this game, I just have to think about ketchup.
Oh yeah, don't remind me. I'm very glad we're past that.
Yeah, for real. Did you actually do that?
No, luckily I didn't actually dabble into that.
There was a small time in this game where we used like
Well, hold on,
buffer
because
clips.
there's a trick coming up, collectible counter abuse. So I'm collecting these wheels, but now I'm using them in rock bottom. And I've just tricked Mrs. Puff into thinking I have 6 art
And now we can, yeah.
by doing a cruise missile on the first frame when you enter a level.
Very broken game. So there used to be a small era of this game where we used to grease up the CDs to make buffering clips work more frequent, but we don't use them in the layouts.
Purposely making the game slower such that you can lag the game and clip through floors.
Yeah,
that was the idea.
That would actually be used to like skip boss fights, and the skip that you just saw now, you could just clip through the floor to hit the trigger that says that you got all the objects you needed to collect. But luckily, it's going over a fast over a disc now.
Is mayonnaise a strat?
I don't know if I got that.
No, Sid, mayonnaise is not a strat. And mustard is also not a strat.
Oops.
Now we're gonna do some precise movement through the museum. Do a couple damage boosts when we ledge grab, so that we can go through the lasers.
Yeah, so the let's grab animation is important enough for the game to just let us go through the wall. Very convenient.
Set up a small cruise boost here. We can go underneath the laser here. Take the painting, or take the spatula, I mean. Don't forget the extra sock.
I'm gonna do collectible counter abuse again. So now Puff thinks that I collected 6 campers.
Yeah,
of course.
The campers will never be saved. The campers will always be stuck.
But Mrs. Puff doesn't know that, and that's all that matters to me.
And now we're back into Spongebob's dream. This is probably my favorite cruise boost section. Because after this we're also going into Sandy's dream. With a trick with a very, very interesting name. That we'll come back to later. There's some nice movements going into the spatula.
Yep. There it comes, the funny trick.
The trick that is discovered by another Dutchie, actually.
Oh, was it discovered by Alex?
I think it was discovered by Alex. So we're now going into a trick called Fast Nut.
So you see that nut? We're going there.
We're going there. We're going there really fast by cruise boosting and doing a frame perfect bash afterwards. So I'm gonna let you focus. Oh. So we are setting up with we're setting up this trick so that we have an angle to have a frame, to have one frame input for a bash, and from there we can just go straight into the nut. Almost. Nice. Well, that was a fast nut.
There we go.
So
And now we're getting the last Mr. Krabs spatula.
the 10th one.
So that's quality
Yep.
craftsmanship, that is. Come on.
And from here, you probably think that that all the scary tricks are over, but no, the gauntlet is still going.
Oh boy.
We're going into
This trick is too hard, but I'll try it anyways.
going into Dutchman's graveyard, and I'm actually just gonna shut up now.
You know, my phone is ringing in my pants. This is great. This will take some tries, believe me.
So we're gonna try to set up one of those very fast cruise boosts, and we're gonna use that to go underneath the level to take as many spatulas as possible. But this trick is extremely difficult, and it's gonna be your run killer on top level. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So this is the first spatula, and from here we're gonna clip out again on a pirate ship. Oh, but we're not done yet. Oh, oh. Sock. And
Yes!
the spatula. Good job.
Oh my goodness.
So now we're slowly going down the pace when it comes to strats. So it's over. It's over. We can rest now. We're gonna set up a cruise boost against Squidwards. And we're just gonna get this spatula here, which you normally need to bungee from.
I was really debating if I should even try that.
Hey,
I'm
you
very
did it.
happy I did.
Yeah, you did it. Awesome. I wouldn't be able to pull that off. So we're now slowly heading into the end game. So we're gonna end Dutchman, and we're gonna do the same thing what we did with Prawn. Is that there is a debug trigger hidden?
No, I'm no, sorry. I'm not doing the Dutchman.
No,
fight.
you're not.
No.
Okay, my bad. Wrong route.
It's alright. No, it's a pretty slow spatula.
As you can tell, I've been.
I mean, you completely skipped the boss fight, but it's still
Yeah.
a slow spatula.
As you can see, I'm from the wrong era.
I forgot to get the extra sock, but that's fine.
Will you still be able to get an extra sock?
Yeah. There's one last resort.
See which one that's gonna be. I have honestly no idea which one you're thinking of.
The rock.
Yeah. Oh, okay. then I was actually right. And I was actually thinking good. Gonna go into Patrick's house. This is such a cute portrait he has. So we now have 73 spatulas, and we're gonna need 2 more to then be done. And one of them is inside the chum bucket. If I'm
Yes.
yeah. So we're gonna get the wall jump. But this is not gonna be a wall jump.
But they don't serve love.
Gonna bash off of it, and now we're gonna go into the end game, to the final boss. It's gonna be Robot Spongebob, and what I tried to explain about Flying Dutchman is we're gonna do the same thing here, because there's a niche little debug trigger above the map that we're just gonna jump into.
The robot better change tactics and fast.
Nice. So now we're inside SpongeBob's brain, and we're now gonna have to neutralize him. We're going actually out of bounds inside his brain. so that we can kill all the... Yeah, I don't know, what are they?
The fuses.
The fuses, there we go. So that's one. Time ends on the final
yeah,
fuse.
Yeah, time ends on the third fuse, which this bowling ball. Here we go.
And
time.
Woo! That was
I cannot
50.
believe I got a sub 50 out of that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Good
This
job.
is genuinely the first time I got sub 50 with these strategies.
Nice. Awesome.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank
you so much for co-commentating with me.
I tried. I'm probably like 5 years off in my knowledge, but I
It's
tried.
good.
Well, this is Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yeah.
But technically, game-wise, it's not done yet because there is a credit sequence you can just jump around. But this was the whole speedrun in general. A giant gauntlet of insanely precise tricks. This game has gone so far in development over the last 10 years. Mostly thanks to like the giant community this game has discovered, and Shift, of course, for pushing the boundaries when it comes to strats in this game. Now we can just roll through the stadium, but
Yeah, this is the
technically end of the
credits
game.
area. Let's see if I can get the purple shiny.
Come on!
There we go.
Yay! Well, I'll let you wrap it up.
All right. Yeah. I don't know what to say.
Is there anything?
Thank you all for
yeah.
watching and donate if you can.
Is there any place where we can find you on Twitch or?
No, I don't really stream that much. I have a YouTube channel. If you can look up Smiley the Sandman. I also have some tool-assisted speedruns of this game, which you can watch there.
And you will see me tomorrow during not Spongebob, but I'll be playing Battle Block Theater. Almost. almost
Battle for Bikini Theater.
Battle for Bikini Theater. And yeah, thank you for having me on commentary for this awesome run. It's still insane that you just got a sub 50 marathon.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep. So we're gonna wrap it up. So enjoy the marathon and yeah.
Thank you.
No, thank you. That was a fantastic run. You did great. So thank you very much, Smiley. We're going to go into a little bit of an ad break right now, and then we're going to go set up for Golden Sun with Plexa.